Do you know that some people don't burn out loudly? They answer emails, hit deadlines, smile in meetings, post motivational quotes, and quietly lose the ability to feel alive. They still function, still perform, still win. However, internally, something starts malfunctioning. This is the hidden epidemic of high achievers, cognitive glitches. The strange psychological distortions that happen when ambition forces the nervous system into survival mode for too long. And the terrifying part is most people don't even realize it's happening, because from the outside they look disciplined, focused, successful. But internally, they're emotionally disappearing in slow motion, when they look fine. The scariest burnout isn't dramatic. It doesn't destroy your life overnight. It slowly disconnects you from yourself while everyone congratulates your consistency. High achievers often live two lives at the same time. Externally, productive, sharp, reliable, respected. Internally, emotionally delayed, mentally fragmented, chronically exhausted. And almost nobody notices, because high performers become experts at hiding emotional pain behind routine. They wake up tired, drink caffeine to override it, push through the day, answer messages they don't emotionally have energy for, attend meetings while mentally absent, laugh on command, perform confidence, then collapse into silence the moment nobody's watching. And after repeating this cycle long enough, the brain starts adapting to survival mode. That's when the glitches begin. 2. The cognitive glitches. Glitch 1, emotional buffering. The first glitch is emotional buffering. You stop reacting emotionally in real time. Good news feels muted, bad news feels distant. You accomplish something important and feel almost nothing. Not because you're ungrateful, but because your nervous system is overloaded. Your brain stops prioritizing emotional processing. Survival becomes more important than presence. You smile during celebrations, while secretly feeling emotionally numb. You hear people say, you should be proud of yourself, but internally, you feel strangely disconnected from your own life. 2. Time acceleration. Then comes time acceleration. Days begin merging together. Monday becomes Friday in what feels like hours. Weeks disappear. Months blur. You stop forming emotional memories because your brain is permanently overloaded. Every day becomes another task list, another deadline, another notification, another performance. And eventually, you realize you can barely remember the last time you genuinely felt present. The terrifying part is burnout can actually feel productive, because emotional suppression often disguises itself as discipline. 3. Functional dissociation. The third glitch is functional dissociation. You become disturbingly efficient while emotionally disappearing. You still show up, still execute, still maintain standards. But internally, you feel detached from your own existence. Conversations feel heavy. Music stops affecting you. Rest feels uncomfortable. Silence feels unsafe. So you keep moving, because stopping would force you to feel everything you've been postponing emotionally. People admire your consistency without realizing your nervous system is quietly collapsing underneath it. 4. Achievement anesthesia. Then comes achievement anesthesia. You achieve things you once desperately wanted and feel absolutely nothing afterward. No excitement, no satisfaction, just temporary relief before the anxiety returns again. Another target, another milestone, another goal to distract yourself from emotional exhaustion. High achievers often mistake constant motion for fulfillment. But achievement without emotional presence eventually becomes empty. You master performance while losing connection with yourself. 5. Hyper-responsibility syndrome. Then your identity becomes attached to carrying everything. You answer every message, solve every problem, handle every emergency. Stay available for everyone. Because slowing down begins to feel dangerous. Rest starts triggering guilt instead of recovery. You tell yourself, I'll rest after this week. But the weeks never stop, and eventually exhaustion becomes your personality. 6. Emotional latency. The final glitch is emotional latency. Your emotions stop arriving in real time. You don't feel the stress until your body forces you to. You don't feel the sadness until you suddenly break down over something small. You don't feel the exhaustion until motivation completely disappears. And one day, your body forces the conversation your mind kept postponing. You wake up tired after sleeping. Conversations feel overwhelming. Your focus disappears. Simple tasks feel emotionally heavy. Success itself starts feeling meaningless. Not because you're weak, but because emotional suppression always collects interest over time. 3. The breaking point. Burnout rarely looks dramatic in the beginning. It looks functional. That's what makes it dangerous. You continue producing while internally deteriorating. You continue performing while emotionally fading. You continue smiling while mentally exhausted. Until eventually, your body can no longer maintain the illusion, and the breakdown doesn't always happen loudly. Sometimes it looks like staring blankly at a laptop for hours, ignoring messages from people you love, sitting in silence inside your car before going home, forgetting simple things, feeling emotionally absent during conversations, losing excitement for things that once mattered to you. Your body eventually exposes the emotional pain your ambition kept editing out, because burnout doesn't happen when you work too hard. It happens when you abandon yourself for too long. 4. The recovery. Healing wasn't about becoming less ambitious. It was about becoming emotionally present again. Recovery didn't look cinematic. It looked like sleeping without guilt, going outside without rushing, calling people back, laughing naturally again, feeling connected to ordinary moments, breathing deeply for the first time in months, realizing your worth was never supposed to depend on constant performance, and understanding something most high achievers learn too late. Your nervous system is not a machine. Your mind is not infinite. And success means nothing if you emotionally disappear while achieving it. Maybe you've felt this too. Maybe you answer messages while feeling emotionally absent. Maybe you look successful but secretly feel disconnected from your own life. If this video felt uncomfortably personal, you're not alone. Some people aren't lazy, they're emotionally exhausted behind a high-performing identity. Subscribe for cinematic psychology stories that expose the hidden mental battles nobody talks about. And remember that functioning is not the same thing as living.